All right, let's do this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the edition of Uper Farmer Cigar Garage Talks. In the garage today, it's cold as all get up. We have a kerosene heater going. We have a propane heater going. I lit the fireplace, so it's a little chilly out. Why do we have all this going? Because we have a special guest. Say hello.
Hello.
Homeschooling mama decided to join us for tonight's activities and festivities and conversation. So, before we get too much into it, what are we smoking? What are we drinking? From Blackbird, I'm smoking the Superb cigar, very good. Dark cigar, bigger one too. And it's commemorating the year 2022. We actually talked about this before turning the camera on. It's not baptisms. It's supposed to be first communions, shutdowns, and a crazy host son. That was the year we decided to invite an exchange student to come live with us. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But on the topic tonight, decided to crack out the Farmhand beer. As we're going to talk about, unless we get stuck just talking a bunch about 2022, because that could happen too. We have plans, at least I have some plans, and Homeschooling Mama, we'll see if she likes the plans, for kind of reimagining, redoing the farm. So, get this beer poured. Upper Hand Brewery. There is the Farmhand. Michigan grown light lager. Not bad. Not bad at all. What are you drinking? What are you smoking?
Hot coffee.
How do you like the Pilot Light?
That was a little startling.
Yeah, we're having trouble with the propane heater. We'll let that burn and then we'll try hitting it again here in a little bit. I think there might be some air in the line or the tank might be cold. We'll keep troubleshooting. Maybe I'll turn the whole damn thing off since it's not really working. But hot coffee. No smoking tonight.
Ever.
So anyway, talking about first 2022. Any thoughts, any feelings, anything you want to talk about? It's kind of a crazy year.
Well, I think it actually was 2021, 2022, but I might be mistaken.
Well, I mean, you said 2022.
Yeah, it says 2022. Shutdowns I thought happened in 2021 though.
They did, but they kept stuff shut down in 2022.
Yeah.
They were just starting to, I mean, it was at the beginning of the year for sure. A lot of
Yeah.
crap was shut down, but throughout the summer, if you had the right last names or donated properly, you started to get your businesses back. But that was definitely very slow in that process. Because that was actually the first year I think they started accepting exchange students again.
I don't know, but I think 2021, 2022 is when we had our host son. Because 2022, 2023 we didn't, and then 2023, 2024 we did, and now it's 2025.
I'm trying to see if your math is right.
Or maybe it was 2022, 2023 that we had our host son. I guess it would make sense because 23, 24 not having one, the baby was born, and then 24, 25 we had our Finlander because it's 25 now.
Yeah,
and we just
pretty
said
sure it's
goodbye.
2022. He was definitely here for the year 2022.
Yeah, 22, 23.
It might have been 21, 22 though, now that I...
No, but it's 22, 23. Now that I did the math.
He was here for the FIFA Cup, which was in 2022.
Mm-hmm,
That's
but
in winter.
Yeah, but winter is never ending here.
Good, possible. Anyway, yes. Was it before Christmas then? I suppose
FIFA?
it could be, yeah, FIFA.
I don't remember for sure.
That makes sense. Actually, that sounds vaguely familiar because I think it's one of his Christmas gifts. I got him a Peacock subscription so he could watch it. And I think it was like a...
No, well, because we got him a Brazilian FIFA soccer ball too. And
Yeah, so it probably was more November when FIFA was. So yeah, he probably was 22, 23.
Yep.
That makes sense. But yes, 2022, definitely the first part of the year, January, February, March, a lot of crap was shut down. Yeah, that was, and then we definitely had baptisms in the spring of that year, and then the fall is when we had our exchange students. So, Yep, pretty crazy year. That's also when I transferred jobs. That makes sense because I'm going on my 4th year in this current position. So I didn't transfer companies. I still worked for the same company. I just transferred positions. And yeah, because I was telling you, I was pretty sure they were going to cut the funding for my position. And you're like, let's get an exchange student. Good times had by all. So anything else on 2022?
I don't think so.
So, if you guys have been following the channel for a while now, you may be aware that we are on the precipice of finishing up a Jubilee year. I believe Jubilee ends on the 28th of December, if I remember correctly. And then, so it's a year of celebration, a year of joy, a year of Thanksgiving. But one of the big traditions, and it kind of lined up well for us because we were getting a little frustrated with our garden, is it is a year to let your gardening go fallow. So you're not supposed to plant anything. You're not supposed to grow crops. You're even not supposed to procure new animals or anything. We did. This summer we got some chickens and a turkey. So we kind of bent the rules a little bit. But as far as the garden goes, if the garden has 110%, we just let it go fallow. So the idea is going into this next year, we got to kind of reinvigorate stuff. So I do have plans. But tell me what your thoughts on the garden. 'Cause you shared some this summer that I was quite shocked
What?
about our gardening practices.
What do you mean? I'm not sure.
We talked about your feelings about our garden and what happens to it most years.
Where we just let it go?
We don't let it go, but we don't necessarily weed as much, or it's not as pretty.
Yeah.
I didn't know Homeschooling Mama was a pretty gardener. She wants pretty things.
Well, it's ugly and it's unkempt and it doesn't actually make it possible to easily collect the vegetables.
It does. We get lots of vegetables off of it.
Yes, but we get more if it was kept and, people didn't get all squishy about walking past animals and getting, long grass just to reach stuff. Because if it was more well kept, then the younger kids especially, but also the older girls would be more comfortable going and collecting the veggies from it. But as it is now, it's a chore because they don't want to get the grasses on their legs and they don't want to get scratched up and they don't like the feel of it. And
well, to be fair, those rabbits were vicious 2 years ago.
yes, I know.
Yeah, the ones you attracted so that you could have wild feral bunnies.
I did not attract rabbits. I just went into the garden and they attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your fault, really. You scared it towards me.
So this year we're still going to do the deer fence. That has been working very well to keep the deer out. But I'm actually going to purposely buy seeds here in the next month or so. So we have our seeds ready to go. But I really want to work on cutting down what we grow. And really avoid the crops that we don't use. We don't use lettuce from our garden.
We did the first year we had it. It was just
Barely.
last year it didn't really grow.
We didn't
Actually,
grow
the
anything
last
last year,
the
so.
last couple times we've grown it, it hasn't grown well. Now, admittedly, that's not really the kind of lettuce you grow in a garden. That's the nicer leaf lettuce that you really just pick a leaf off as you go, so it's better for in the house or like a
Yeah,
tabletop
so that's what I'm
or
saying. Not even
windowsill.
try that one because.
Well, I would do it, just not in the garden.
But yeah, some of the stuff we grow, it's okay, we like zucchini. We don't need zucchini. We can buy zucchini because we don't use it that much. We use it a little bit to make some zucchini crisp, some zucchini pie, but even the zucchini flour we haven't been using, so I don't really want to be growing much more of that. Do want to grow tomatoes, but I'm planning on buying a pulp extractor, an actual. So you just throw the tomato in and it just automatically extracts the juice and the pulp. So, because one of the problems is we'll get a bunch, and it's like, okay, well now we have to boil them, we have to put them through the sieve, we have to, and it's like, well, I don't want to do that. Because I think one of the biggest problems we have is and because you harvest throughout the year, you don't always get enough to go through the hassle of canning and making tomato sauce and.
Well, but we don't make tomato sauce. And I think that is part of the problem. We don't make something that most of us want to use. We make hot sauce, which really only a couple of you guys like.
We actually made quite a few tomato sauces, and they turned out good. We just have to remember to use them.
Yeah, but
That's
you throw
one of
them
the
in
problems.
the freezer instead of canning them, which is a
That's-
lot harder to use. So I
Yeah.
think that's why we don't use them, because then you have to thaw them just to like.
And that's fair. We can can them. That's one of the things I want to do, though, is like we got to put our foot down that we're actually gonna.
Well, canning is definitely better than freezing
Yeah.
because we don't have enough freezer space to constantly.
Wow.
Plus, it does take more planning if you freeze it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, speaking of that, I do have to pull a turkey out today.
Uh-huh.
Gotta do that. So that's one of the big things. I do want to buy some stuff that makes the processing easier.
Mm-hmm.
I actually looked at someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling a auto canner. So it's all digital. You just type in. But I think it took like a 220 volt outlet. So it took like the compressor one.
I was gonna say we have one out here.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I trust all of it. But.
I do not. As a matter of fact, I do not. So yeah, so we're looking at, that's what I'm looking at, doing tomatoes, skipping corn. Even though we use corn, I'm just kind of,
We never have much luck with
yeah,
it.
we
though.
really don't have luck with corn. I do want to try sunflowers again, especially we're going to go with the bees. I think that'll,
I don't mind sunflowers. I just don't like them in the garden. Like I like them growing up against a fence where you can tie them up, and it's a little more convenient. They're still beautiful. They're still nice. They'll still attract the bees. They'll also act as cover for the neighbor.
yeah, the neighbor, the creepy neighbor.
So
I do want to do sunflowers. I'm not sure about potatoes. I keep going back and forth. We do potatoes. I might do them somewhere else and do the container potatoes that.
I
we
like
were
the
talked about.
container potatoes, but I don't want to do them somewhere else. I would like to have the containers inside the garden so everything's contained and nothing's climbing in and getting stuff.
Okay,
So.
that'll change the plan of the garden.
Well, but if you do the container potatoes, you can do them in like the big containers and just have those in one row instead of, because you're guaranteed to find the potatoes you're looking for instead of digging through everything, so you can still take up a ton less space if you do it that way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, yes, I do want to do, I'm not sure I'm going to do the straw version or if I'm going to do sawdust or dirt. I've yet to land on that, but I do want to do the container
I like
ones.
straw or sawdust because it's going to be lighter.
Yeah, but it's harder to find. Like, we don't know many people who sell straw or hay around here. I mean,
Sawdust
it's
is-
as much as like going and finding. Even the sawdust is kind of tricky to find. I mean, unless you want to buy the cubes of sawdust, which we could. I'm not sure how many cubes it'll take to fill a bin.
Yeah, but you wouldn't need it all at once because you'd start it, then add more, start it, continue it, add more.
True. We're gonna end up like those things are $6 a bale, and if it takes like 4 bales to fill the truck, well, our potato return on investment has decreased.
I would like to do the
significantly.
berries out front.
So that was the other thing I was going to talk about. I have a plan for that. We're going to call it Blaming Gideon. So I was going to set aside for our tax return whatever we get from Gideon as being our spare child. And you get to go ahead, try it. You don't, yep. It'll probably pop. Did it actually, is it clicked in place? No, there you go. You might want to sit back because we'll see if it pops. So yeah, I want to actually, I'm going to do it purposefully. I think I'm going to pre-buy it from Gardner, who's a Gurney. But pre-buy our trees that we want to plant and our berries. So that they're purchased, I know they're coming, and then I have to dig and I have to do containers out front because I do want to do the containers with berries out front.
I think doing them in like the big, it went out.
Yeah, just turn it right off. I don't know if the propane tank is messed up or what, but
I do want to do them in the big, like pots out
Yeah,
front,
big
because I
planters.
think that's gonna be the easiest way to keep it from getting a ton of weeds in it, and nobody likes weeding in my house.
Mhm.
But also, I think it'll keep some of the rodents and the creatures out of them and keep them safer to eat.
Mhm.
It will take a little bit more work as far as making sure there's enough nutrients in the soil, but
Yeah.
that's not really that hard when you think about modern fertilizer and nutrients, so.
Well, don't use the word modern fertilizer on a recorded line because they'll never let us use our berries again.
Mm.
And the other thing I want to try to do, it'll probably fail miserably, is I want to try to do the grape trellis things where you make the grape tents. I know you've seen them. Basically make archways with trellis and then you have grapes growing on them.
Okay, so you mean like over the garden and have grapes grow over the top, or do you mean just in general?
Just to make like an accent piece. I really want to make a new fireplace barbecue pit out back here. Because I mean, I love this summer. We had a little fire pit that we had out front, and that was just delightful to use. But I'm not really feeling the. You know, I want more. I want something a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer, a little bit more purposeful. Maybe build in a grill and fireplace, or even the chimney or something. Do something nicer. I don't know if I'll actually end up doing that this next summer, because I think funds will run out quickly.
I was gonna say, that sounds like an expensive project.
And I want to purposely put money into the gardens and trees. So if that doesn't happen, that's fine.
Well, I've seen some, what I wanna do is once spring hits, which is months away, but once spring hits, I want to put the chickens in the garden and just let them go to town in there before we till it, before we do anything. And just leave them in there, like I want to leave them in there. And then, like, I guess at night we can pull them out so that they don't get attacked, I suppose. But during the day when we're home, that is kind of my goal, is to put them in there, because they will tear up everything in there. It will be good for them, it'll be good for the garden, and then we can, when it actually gets nice enough and time to start the garden, it will have already been really well.
Yeah, tilled and chewed up. And I'm putting my foot down though. No new animals.
I feel bad because there is a part of me that would like to do goats again, but at the same time, unless it's a milk goat, I think it's kind of a. I don't think we got enough meat off of the goats really.
Although we do have cans of stock still that I think it's time to throw those out.
I just don't think we got enough from the goats to warrant having them, except for the fact that we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have a milk goat. So, and I don't think we're in a place where we are ready for a milk goat just yet. So.
Yep. But like I said, I don't want to get any new animals. No bunnies, no chickens, no turkeys. Definitely no turkeys. I don't care what Swedish Compass said. She had her turkeys. It didn't go well.
Well, I don't want to do. I mean, there's a part of me that in the future I do want to do rabbits again, but not this.
Yeah, which is fine.
Because I really do enjoy rabbits. I enjoy the process. I enjoy the meat, and I enjoy I mean, the kids like baby bunnies, but then they don't mind having the rabbit meat. So I like rabbits, and I feel like they're a very practical animal. Like for what you pay in keeping them with food, like you do.
Yeah.
Especially if you only keep the juveniles around long enough for them to gain weight. But
Well, and I want to be very careful because I don't want to have happen what happened with like me and my brother, where we did all that. Like when I was growing up, they did a whole bunch of farming stuff, and then once I was finally old enough to kind of, now granted a divorce happened, so that kind of put a huge hindrance in the whole thing. But like my sisters all talk about all this farming stuff they did, and it's like, well, yeah, I wasn't alive when that happened, so I don't want to, especially with the gap in Gideon's age.
you're using his name.
I did use his name quite a bit, so baby boy. I want to make sure that he actually has that opportunity, so has the chance to raise baby chicks and rabbits and
Puppies.
yeah, no.
I'm getting a puppy, but I do not disagree with waiting until after our senior citizen dog has been gone a while.
Our dog that should probably get AARP.
Ugh, I don't know how he's still going.
Yep. I'm gonna go check the fireplace. So talk to the camera.
Okay.
I just want to check and make sure it's burning all right.
So we have a debate on dog size, and I don't think a small dog is worthwhile. They seem to be aggressive and vicious. And our current dog is a medium-sized dog.
He is not a medium-sized dog. He's definitely an extra large dog.
You're busy. You can't participate in this conversation.
Participate in this conversation. Especially if you're saying falsities.
That is not false information. He is a medium-sized dog compared to the large dogs I grew up.
Yeah, no one's ever came to our house and said, oh, what a nice medium-sized dog you have.
Everybody thinks he's medium-sized except you.
No one we talked to has ever said that.
I'm sure the priest said that.
No, even they were like, holy crap, that's a big-ass dog.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're like, that's like a 2 times size dog. Here, I'll see if I can light you on fire while you say shit like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice of you. You're just trying to hurt me now.
Let's see if it actually lights and goes.
Did you actually turn it?
Yep. Yeah, I think the tank is just cold, or maybe there is some air in the line, or...
It was fluttering for a second. I thought it might take. But
I'll try turning this here. And
I don't really trust it, so...
You probably shouldn't. Maybe it's just... That's technically a tank. I'll put my face over, because that usually seems like... Yep, every time. Every time.
Oh, now I'm going to turn the face.
Yeah.
Every time you put your face over a propane heater, it goes.
That's why I don't like propane. But you're always like, please wire a new line. Put this. Go light the heater.
I don't say that at all. I say light the heater because you don't want me to do that. I'd be like, okay, I turned it on. It must be ready.
Must be good to go. Press the on switch. So yeah, I am definitely looking at really focusing on just the garden this summer. And again, like I said, do stuff that purposely makes me like pre-buy the seeds. Okay, you have to grow them since I spend money on it. Pre-buy the trees because I think it's Gurney is the one that'll ship them when it's time to plant them.
I don't know. There's more than one.
There is. I do have to be careful with that so we don't get like January. Here's your trees.
Right. Yeah. Actually, the old farmer we know might be a good source on finding the best place to get those.
Yeah, I'm too nervous he's going to give us like dig trees out of his yard. Well, this is a walnut tree. It's black walnut from South Africa or something, and there's only 6 in existence. I'm giving you one, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I have started to watch my YouTube videos, my how-tos, and get some good information about what we should or shouldn't be doing. So, doing my research. But that's the plan. Hopefully have the...
Well, I don't want to do... If our bees didn't survive the winter this year, I'm not sure I want to get another batch of bees next year. I'd rather give it a year, clean everything up, and get it all, like, get a better setup for them. And
See, I want to do bees once more. And
I'm not saying I don't want to do them again.
I was wanting to do them because, 1, bees are really good for gardens. And 2, last year...
I feel like a lot of that was our fault.
It was totally our fault. There's a lot of behind the 8 ball stuff that we did to ourselves and probably should have done better. So I am tempted to get bees again, but then just really be very cautious and purposeful with them again.
No, I really enjoy them. I know you don't, but...
Yeah. Yep. All right.
And we're out.
We're out again. I'll turn that off.
There must be something not connected right, it seems like.
It could be. There's...
Because when you touched the bat, it did something.
Yeah. Let's try this. better and quicker.
It was a lot faster.
A lot faster. Made one business. We'll see. That even sounds a little better, so we'll see if that works better. But anyway, anything else you got? So no bees for you. I suppose that is a livestock thing. We've talked about that as livestock.
Well,
so
I don't
maybe-
mind doing bees again. I just think that, like, even if we are going to get them, we really need to, like,
Yeah. Well,
good clean the hive and really, like, start from scratch, scour everything out of it, like.
mite treatment the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see if they die, because if they're dead in there, then I might just pull it in so we can start cleaning it. I think they're dead. They had like 0 honey stored.
Well, I talked to a couple of people, and that black can actually still be honey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now,
they-
whether or not it was or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like it wasn't capped. That's what makes me kind of
Yeah.
suspicious that it wasn't actually.
So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But without treating them for mites, they're gonna die.
Yeah, I think that was our problem. So I think our bees the first year got mites in the summer because we never treated them in the winter. And then I think the bees we got, because we had a nuke, I think came with mites in them. Because I even said all year, like, they are very
He said he had
aggressive.
treated them. But my guess is they went into a hive that had mites still.
That's very possible.
Because we never treated the hive after the bees died.
Mhm.
So I think they went into a hive that had mites. Now, I know he had treated them, and honestly, like, they were not aggressive the first 2 weeks we had them. And, like, I mean, I rode in the front seat of the car with them, so.
Yeah, well,
No, don't start.
yeah, you don't wear any protective gear at all. And I got to wear like 6 layers. They're stinging the shit out of me from the word "guh."
I think it's just because you do wear protective.
It could be. But you know what?
I think
I'm not taking it
I was
off.
gonna say, I think they view you as a threat. They don't view me as a threat.
Could be.
But regardless, I do like bees. I love having bees. I feel bad that they keep dying. So
Yep. Well, anyway, this video's getting a little bit on the long side, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
I don't think so.
All right, folks. Well, we'll keep you updated on starting stuff indoors and what we grow and what we don't grow and how it grows. So, but yeah, definitely making very intentional. Debating whether or not we're going to do raised bed gardens just to be easier on backs and knees, and it's a little easier to weed. Plus, our soil is shit. It's definitely a rock
The
collector.
soil I don't think is bad. The ground
rocks,
is covered
yeah.
in rocks.
Yeah, the rocks upon rocks. So, time will tell. But anyway, folks, hope you enjoy this little walk down memory lane and then talking about our gardening plans, because I'm ready, at least. I'm ready to really dedicate some time and brain power and effort into our garden. So, anyway, hope you enjoy your gardening adventures. If you're going to join it, stay safe out there. See you on the next one.